Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Toki. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, you're welcome to my channel. This is a live broadcast. Now, the reason I'm doing this live broadcast is because it has been almost an impossibility to post videos. I think that if you watch my channel, you know that I've been away for about 3 weeks. So many things have been happening in my life, and somehow YouTube, which I want to do on a regular basis, has kind of taken the back burner. But I don't want that to happen, so I'm trying to structure my life in a way that I can fit in YouTube, and one of the ways is by doing live videos, which I've always wanted to do anyway. So this is a perfect opportunity because there is no time, there is no perfect time. There's always the right time, and every time is the right time. So yeah, I decided to do this live video and just talk about something that happened recently. And if you look at my title, you know what I want to talk about. But generally, I want to first of all say welcome to my channel. I'm sorry that I've been away, but I'm going to be here more often because I'm able to do live videos now, and then I can balance whatever else is going on in my life. I'll probably do a video dedicated to that when the time comes. So yes, that is where we are today. Welcome to my live stream, guys. I want to talk briefly about the life story of Majek Fashek. This morning on my way to work, I was listening to one of his albums, would I say one of his songs, one of his songs, and it was playing, and my husband and I just started talking about him and how we saw him last in September of 2017. So we just talked about him, and at the end of the song, the presenter on the radio announced that Majek Fashek passed on yesterday, being the 2nd day of June 2020. Today is the 3rd day of June, and I'm making this live broadcast. So we just started talking about his life and everything that had happened, how he had affected lives and all of that good stuff. So I'm sorry, please, this is a live broadcast. So if you hear my door at the background making some sounds or people trying to get through, it's a live broadcast. This is unedited, unfiltered, unscripted. Alright, so back to what I was talking about, the life of Majek Fashek. I talked about how he has passed on, and his music, his life, as it is with the life of every person. I don't just want to limit it to the life of celebrities, but as it is with the life of everybody. Your life is basically riddled with challenges. You have your ups, you have your downs, good times, bad times. Yes, that was what his life was about. Of course, he had his good times. He had his music, which affected so many lives. I don't want to sing some of his songs just because of copyright issues, but you know that he sang many songs and you can identify with a number of them. The one that was playing this morning on my way to work was talking about no more sorrow, no more weeping. So he didn't just sing general songs, he sang songs that were also encouraging. I know you remember the Rainmaker. So I think my takeaway from his passing is that life is a stage. It just hit me again. Of course, we all know that life is a stage, but it hit me in a special way because I realized that everyone has the opportunity to make your mark. You're here in life to make a mark, to affect lives positively, and play your part and leave the stage. Majek Fashek has done just that, in spite of all the challenges, because you and I know that he had challenges with drug addiction and all. But in spite of all of that, he's fondly remembered because of the mark that he left in life concerning his music, and how his name would basically live on in spite of the fact that he had challenges. His music has gone round the world. He has worked with so many artists, not just Nigerian, but on the international stage. And yes, I mean, he has done his part. He has left. And I believe that he made a good impression. He left a good impression, a good legacy. For us who are here, what legacy are we leaving? Are we just coming to just live our lives? I'm not saying that everybody needs to be a celebrity, no, but you are called to impact somebody's life, even if it's just one person or 1 million people. Yeah, so what mark are we leaving? What will we be remembered for? What will we be remembered for? If we call, all the big names, Tiger Woods and Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama, we know what they are going to be remembered for. We know their legacy. We who are not celebrities also have a part to play, and I believe that we should work towards making that impact and leaving that legacy. There is never a perfect time. I think that is another lesson that I learned from his passing this morning. There is never a perfect time for anything. If you're waiting for the perfect right time, the right conditions for you to do what it is that you're supposed to do, it will never come. There's always an excuse. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to put it. There's always an excuse for why you shouldn't do a particular thing. There's always an excuse. There's always a reason why you shouldn't go back to school, or why you can't start YouTube or why you can't start that business or anything. There's always an excuse. But just like the Bible says, that now is the right time. Now is the time. So there's just this tendency for us, and I have fallen victim a whole number of times. There's just this tendency for us to overthink things in a way. I mean, while looking for that perfect condition, you want to overthink. Oh, this thing must be perfect. It must be like this. It must be scripted. It must be. Life is never like that. And that's one thing I've come to learn. I've not assimilated it to the best, to the fullest, but I'm learning that life is not perfect. There is nothing perfect about life, so there is no need to overthink things. And I admire people so much who do not overthink. They just do. And I'm learning to do that. Instead of thinking about, oh, okay, it must be like this, it must be perfect, while thinking about the fact that something must be perfect, you would waste a lot of time. It has happened to me while trying to make for perfect conditions, and I must have this backdrop, I must have these lights, I must have this and that. Everything, just do it. There's something else I want. I think I don't intend for this live stream to be too long, but I just want to use the life of Majek Fashek as an example to everybody. Do what you need to do to make the impact that you need to make. Do not think about the voices that are discouraging you. Don't think about the voices that are discouraging you. There are some times that you may have something in your heart. It's burning in your spirit, and you know that this is one of the things that you're supposed to do. And you go ahead and you talk to someone. In the bid to get some clarity, you talk to someone, and the person knows you to an extent. Maybe the person even knows you very well, but definitely no one knows you like you know yourself. So they will talk to you within the limitations of what they know about you. And then there's that tendency for them to say, oh, I think that that's a good idea, but I think that you should do it this way, or I think that you should wait, and all of that. And before you know it, you will start waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for, or you get discouraged by what the person says and you don't get to do that thing just because the person has interpreted your own vision as just the way he or she sees you. But you know that sometimes there is more to you than what other people see. So instead of doing that, and I'm not against talking to people to get some clarity, you can talk to people to get clarity, but at the end of it all, let your vision be what is in your heart. Let your vision be what is in your heart, and let it never die. So that in spite of the fact that you talk to people, and no matter how much they discourage you or they feel that you're not able to do that thing, you know in your heart that you can do it. Go ahead and do it, and then see. You learn from your failures, because most of the time we don't actually do things because we are afraid of failure. We are afraid of the fact that, oh, somebody is going to see us, they are going to laugh at us, we're going to have negative publicity and all of that. But what about if you succeed? What about if you succeed? Failure is good. Failure is good because it is basically your launching pad to your success. It is something that, okay, I have failed here, I've learned that I shouldn't do it this way, and this is another way to do it. That is what failure is. Adversity is your launching pad to your success. So basically, nobody should be afraid of failure. You should never be afraid of failure. Just go ahead and do it. I'm doing this live stream. I have been wanting to do a live stream for a very long time. I started overthinking it because I want a situation where I'm not just talking, not just me, I'm not just talking to my camera, but I'm talking to people and hearing their views also. I still have that opportunity to do that. I have things in place that I'm putting in place right now to do that. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, doesn't mean that I cannot do a live stream. Absolutely not. So here I am doing a live stream just because I know that it is what I wanted to do. I know that it will help people, it will impact lives. And I mean, so what is stopping me? Absolutely nothing. And one thing is that when you have a desire in your heart to do something and you go ahead and begin to do it, things will begin to fall into place. Things will begin to fall into place to help you. Ideas will come from different quarters, from even people that you don't even ask. You will just get an idea and voila, you're able to do it. Let me give an example of YouTube. I don't want this video to be too long, so probably when it's getting to 15 minutes, I'll stop it. But let me give an example of YouTube and doing live YouTube videos. For YouTube, if you have under 1,000 subscribers, you cannot do mobile streaming. You can only use your laptop, which seems like a limitation, okay? But the fact that I wanted to do a live stream and I could not at that time use my laptop, I could not use my phone. I started thinking of which other ways to do it, and somehow I got this idea of this app that I'm using presently to live stream. I'm live streaming on my phone. Where did it come from? I belong to a group and people talked about it. I don't know if people talked about it. No, I watched somebody's video on the group and she tagged the app that she was using, and I went and downloaded it, and voila, I'm able to live stream without my laptop. There will be a time when I'm able to live stream with my laptop, but right now I'm able to do it with my phone. So my takeaway as I end this video is, don't wait for perfect conditions. Just go ahead and do what you need to do to impact the lives that you need to impact. That is all I'm going to say. Just go ahead and do it. Life waits for no man. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that sometimes you have an idea. Just know that you're not the only one with that idea. There are a million other people that God has given that same idea to reach out to the people that they need to reach out to. You have the people that you need to reach out to, because not everybody will watch their video and not everybody will watch your video. So when you have that idea, begin to work on it and do it, because there are a number of people out there who already have the same idea that you're working on and who are already doing it. So don't waste more time. Don't waste time. Don't overthink. Just go ahead and do it. All right, so I'm going to end this live stream here. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, while we say that may the life of Majek Fashek rest in peace, may his soul rest in peace, let us learn from his life, from his legacy, from his music, and let us play our own part and make the impact that we need to make in life. All right, so thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. I really do appreciate all your support. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and share this video, share my channel, please. I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys once again, and I'll talk to you very soon, real soon, because I have the ability to do that now. All right guys, have a nice day.